Alright, so here's a view of the Laerdal app. You can set patient information, patient settings, initial vital signs, all that. It's the rhythm generator. Here's our initial rhythm. I usually keep this on the screen below. I have two screens running. And then here's the rhythm generator. So currently, the view is not very good right here, so I like to change it to auto size, size down, speed 20. I change it to 50 for it to be more realistic. There's also built-in desktop audio from the program that'll make beeping noise if you set it to it. But with the rhythm generator, I'll pull it up here. I can show you. I go to waiting. I can put in ventricular fibrillation, apply, okay, and then whenever I'm ready, I can switch the rhythm. So currently I'm in sinus rhythm with elevation in lead 2. Obviously this is non-diagnostic. Switch it out and it'll switch to VFib. Now the patient's in VFib. So I generally will ask the patient, hey, or the student, hey, patient stops responding, what do you do? And you can actually see a live, like it's like an arterial blood pressure over down here at the corner that I have settings for. And I'll say I'm going to go ahead and start CPR. Say, okay, well, this is the rhythm you're going to see until your next pulse and rhythm check. And then it may change. And then I'll go to waiting again. And I'll change it to, say, asystole. Apply, okay. After they're done talking about what they're going to do in their first 2 minutes, I go ahead and I switch the rhythm again. So I say, all right, so your 15 seconds is approaching. What are you going to do? They pre-charge the monitor, find pulses with compressions, yada yada yada, and then the rhythm pulse check. Switch it out. What do you do? I see asystole. I'm going to double check in another lead. Okay, so we can do that and uh, confirmed in a second lead. And they say, what are you going to do? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do compressions again. I'm going to give an epi, 1 milligram, blah, 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 blah. All right, so I'm going to bring this back down off the screen, and then I'm going to show you what I can do with the patient monitor. I personally like to run the three waveform layout. I can do the CO2. I personally like to use a second EKG lead and an SpO2. So here, obviously, asystole, you're not going to have this blood pressure, but I can select it and drop it down to 0, and there's no blood pressure. Alright, so up in next pulse and rhythm check. Let's say I want to do uh, monomorphic VTAC. Alright, so coming up on your pulse rhythm check, what are you going to do? Pre-charge my monitor to 200 joules biphasic, yada yada yada. Alright, you're at your pulse rhythm check. This is the rhythm you see on your monitor. What are you going to do? They say, I don't feel a pulse, or I do feel a pulse. I say, you do not feel a pulse. They say, okay, I'm going to defibrillate at 200 joules, yada yada yada. I'm clear, you're clear, we're all clear. Shock, and continue CPR. Alright, so then I'd go ahead and say, okay, this is the rhythm you're going to see until your next pulse rhythm check. I can turn off these extra things over here in review. It's our tools. So patient monitor setup. I make this go away. the respiratory rate go away, the pulse go away, apply, those disappear, keep it more simple. But yeah, that's the demonstration of the virtual ALS simulator by Laerdal. It's technically a LEAP program, but it is free, and I suggest you have two screens to run it.